It's me. I'm in California dreaming about the way things used to be. How was that?
It's pretty good.
I know. You didn't even have to tell me it was good. I knew it was good. Welcome to the YouTube stream. We haven't yet started the episode because we got to wait on, we don't really have to wait on anything. People just start filing in here.
Yeah.
We're covering Adrenochrome. If you've ever had it, fuck you. How's it sound? We got 3 thumbs in the butt. We got 8 people listening, and it's going up every minute, every second we sit here. So let's get this thing going. Let's get it boogie up, dog. You're the manager of the stream there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a look out here.
All right. And welcome back to the Brohio podcast. I'm from the Gryffindor house. I'm the delicious Nicolicious. I'm here with my Slytherin friend.
Always. Corncob Rob, what's up, everybody?
Corncob Pipe Rob, Diggity Dangle Dog.
Slytherin till I die.
The story goes back to roughly 1999. Me and your boy over here, we met. Football summer camp. I had my cup on the backs on my asshole, and he said, "Hey, buddy, I know you want to play football. You're kind of chunky. We could use you. You're going to need to wear that cup around your penis." And I said, "I don't think I have a penis." He said, "We can be friends." And ever since then, it's been a friendship that even God cannot break.
It's exactly how I recall it as well.
Oh, there's no reason to lie about it, Rob.
No.
I mean, it's what got us here right now.
Exactly.
I do remember one instance. You'd been playing for a few years, and it was my first year.
Mm-hmm.
And the first practice we had was shoulder pads. I'm getting ready to go to practice, and I'm like, "Mom, I don't have anything that fits over these fucking shoulder pads." And she's like, "I don't know what you're not gonna wear your dad's clothes." And she said, "I got an old painting t-shirt. You can wear that." I said, "All right." We put it on over. It's like it's a Jeep, and it's got all the Looney Tune characters in it.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And I get to practice, and then you're wearing like your football jersey from last year. I'm like, "This motherfucker, he's flexing right now." This is a strange 5th grade, 6th grade flex right here, but I know what he's doing. He's flexing on me right here. And I remember at first, it wasn't you that I hit. I remember who I hit, but that very first hit, I'd never played full contact football before.
Right.
He hit me so fucking hard. My penis in my cup is still laying on that practice field. They've bulldozed it and put a building on top of it, but my penis, my genitalias, and my cup's still laying back there.
I got quite a few of those on that field.
And I stood up and I said, "That will never happen to me ever again." So then I got in the line just right where I got to hit that girl on our team for her next hit.
Hell yeah.
I knocked her fucking leg hair right off. There was no stopping me. I hit the truck button on her.
I broke her collarbone one year.
I know. What a jerk. Oh, we are the Brohio podcast. Thanks for joining us, guys. We're the purveyors of everything dark, creepy, scary, spooky, creepy, wild, nasty.
All around fun.
A lot of fun. So if you're joining us on the live stream, we've entitled this episode The Blood Word We Can't Say because YouTube will take it down. We're covering Adrenochrome in this episode. What's been happening is anything that we cover that's kind of off kilt towards the mainstream media. I'm not going to talk about InfoWars yet, but whenever anything we cover that's kind of goes against the grain of mainstream, whether it be COVID, Wayfair cabinets, the Las Vegas shooting, they've been taking all of our stuff down, ripping it down, saying it's no good, that we've had so many videos deleted from YouTube lately. So I said, what a perfect time for a fucking science experiment,
right.
Rob.
Yeah.
We just named it this blood word we can't say.
Sure. And speaking of blood, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news or anything, but so stupid. Did you see the announcement that Tampax made?
No.
They're replacing the normal strings with tinsel. But don't worry, because it's only for the Christmas period.
So stupid. Oh, man. But you know what? If you're listening to us, you definitely like period sex. So you've come to the absolute right place in the entire universe for all this stuff. Let's say thank you to our new Patreon subscribers.
Sure.
Starting off with Tayton P. What a confusing name to have. Tayton? Is it Leighton? Is it Peyton? Is it Taylor? Is it P? Is it Tayton P? Thank you for your Patreon pledge.
Sure. And then we got, I think I've already used this one before, but I'm going to use it anyways. Kelly, 2 in the Dinkala, 1 in the Stinkala. Thank you very much, Kelly.
I was going to say Kelly Dinkla the Winkla. Thank you. Danny Ray. Thank you, Danny Ray, for your Patreon pledge.
Sarah Rice. Thank you very much, Sarah.
Put some extra rice in that burrito bowl
Please.
next time you're dishing it up there, Sarah. We really would appreciate it. Adam Furs. Adam, we go way back. I do miss scissoring with you, brother. So anytime you're ready to hit me up, call me.
Call me. Adam the Chetnik Milanovic.
I believe that's Spanish. So
Sure.
Let's go with that. So thank you for your Patreon pledges. What if there was something I wanted to say before we got too crazy down the line here? I talked about how Adrenochrome, we're going to get the shit taken down, and it won't just be YouTube. More than likely will disappear from Apple for a couple days. It's happened before.
It won't be the first.
Last week, the episode calls. I didn't even think about this till right now. The episode was the Facebook spy machine.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't go out to Spotify. We didn't go out to Stitcher. Our website wouldn't update. All of these different things failed to work on our end. I called the host service who does our hosting, Spreaker. They didn't answer any of my fucking calls. They didn't return any of my messages.
Like how great it's this jackass again.
They said, "What do you expect? Look at what you're doing. They don't like you. The people of the world don't like you." I said, "You don't understand. The people love me. It's Rob that they don't like. They love me." It's just one thing after another, and I don't think it's going to stop, Rob.
Yeah, it is what it is.
We got hit him with the 1-2. You would think that we'd hit him with the Facebook spy machine, and then we'd come back in with like Ghosts of Scotland. No, we're doing Adrenochrome. They're killing fucking babies.
Yeah, if you're going to go, might as well go hard.
You might as well go hard in the motherfucker.
Hard in the paint.
Speaking of big dicks, they have done something. In Germany. A 7-foot phallus sculpture disappears from German countryside.
Germany gets all the luck.
Look at the size of that dick, Rob.
Some good sized balls too.
That thing was
actually
almost
the dick to ball ratio is pretty off.
It is. Look at that. You still wouldn't hit the sides of your fucking butt cheek walls.
Hell no.
The disappearance of a giant wooden phallus from a mountainside in Germany has prompted a police investigation. Officers in the Bavarian, great pretzels there, town of Kempten are leading the probe, according to the DPA news agency, but it's not clear whether a crime had been committed.
This is them saying, "Hold my beer" to Utah.
Look at the size of that dick,
fucking monolith or whatever the fuck it was that disappeared from Utah.
That's why I picked this article, so we could talk about the monoliths, but moving that dick would probably be a load. The 7-foot sculpture, which appeared mysteriously on the Gruden Mountain some years ago, is thought to have been felled over the weekend with only a pile of sawdust left in its place.
Oh, man.
The sculpture had gained celebrity status in recent years as a destination for hikers and even appeared on Google Maps, where it was classified as a cultural monument.
Sure.
Local lore has it that it was made as a prank birthday present for a young man whose family did not appreciate the gift, and so the 440-pound sculpture was hauled up the mountain and left there.
Oh, wow.
Hey, buddy, why you got a waiter on your back for? The curious vanishing came as another similar mystery unfolded in the U.S., an imposing 12-foot monolith that appeared in the Utah desert on 18th of November has now also disappeared with only a small part remaining. Utah's Bureau of Land Management said it had seen reports the object had been moved by an unknown party. I say it's an unknown force, Rob. However, another silver tower that resembles it has since appeared in Romania. The metal structure, 4 meters tall and covered in looping markings, it was found near the Petrodova Dacian Fortress, a local archaeological landmark. So, here's what I'm here to say. If you got puffy fucking nipples, you probably stole the monoliths. If you stole the monoliths, put them back, because we were having a lot of fun. 2020, it took Joe Diffie from "Ain't now the man but knock about a perk up man."
First person you say is Joe Diffie.
I don't think it's fucking funny. You think it's funny? I think it's disrespectful. You're laughing about it. 2020 took Joe Diffie from us. It took Betty White from us.
Not yet.
She's not dead?
I don't think so.
Okay.
There's still time.
Fucking 2020 took Joe Diffie from us, you sons of bitches. Now you go and take the monoliths. I'm sick of it. I'm had it up to here with people taking away nice things from us.
I know. Well, I mean, we just want a big wooden cock. That's all we want.
In Germany, you can't even have a nice 450-pound dick in the middle of nowhere without somebody fucking it up, man.
Maybe the government probably had to remove it because too many people were trying to fit it in their ass.
They haven't met me. They haven't met us. They're like, oh, yes, Your Majesty. Do they have a majesty in Germany? I don't know.
I think that's how that works. I think they still worship Hitler.
Hello, Führer.
Oh, my Führer.
It's done. American boys, put it in their butts. 9. Oh, so I got immediately last week. We talked about how I was apprehended by the fart police at Meyer.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He reached out right away. He said, "Dude, I was not on fart patrol. You're good. We were both walking around farting in the store." And I said, "Good to know, but how do I know you're not working for them?" He said, "I am not fart police." And I said, "Well, then who is fart police?" He said, "I don't know who fart police is." So if you are fart police, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. We got to get there, Rob.
This is our life, man.
As far as I know, the shirts are still on sale on our merchandise site at brohiopodcast.threadless.com. I believe the shirts are $12 plus shipping, which I don't think is that much.
Hell yeah.
Lots of new designs on there. Lots of designs that me and Rob don't even own.
Very true.
I ordered them the other day for us, though. I filled up our collection, though.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So we will both have a bunch of new shirts to wear on the live stream here soon.
Yeah.
I got Rob the butt plug one because I'm too shy to wear that one.
Not me.
Right. Okay. All right. Adrenochrome. I didn't even. This one is such a fucking so far out there, Rob.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about it.
Well, you're about to find out because I was yesterday. My wife, she said, "Are you done researching yet?" I said, "No, I'm not. I've been doing it for like 3 hours, and I got about 12 hours to go."
Yeah.
And she said, "So you're never going to be done?" And I said, "I know you think I'm retarded, but every Friday there's a direct deposit that hits that checking account. That's mine.
There you go. Yep.
Someone out there thinks I'm smart enough to have me part of their company. So keep on enjoying that while it's there, because fortunately, and I did just get a new job, which I'm super excited for.
Mm-hmm.
But I was really worried about them being like looking at the file, like, what's this Brohio podcast we got here?
Yeah.
And I would say, that's not me.
I have no idea what you're talking
That's
about.
my gay brother, Jason. Unfortunately, I've switched phones. I can't hook my phone up to my device here any longer. I would call him and tell him exactly what I feel about him. I would say, "You're a piece of shit for starting all this stuff, all this trashy podcast stuff."
Oh yeah.
I'd tell him. Bad. Have I ever told a story where he was smoking weed and I disappeared?
I don't know if you have.
I can't remember.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Tell it anyways.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Just real quick. So my brother, he's about 10 years older than me. He's into bad stuff. He did a lot of bad stuff back. I told a story about him overdosing on mushrooms.
Yeah.
But there was one instance, my parents were going on a little out of town excursion, and they said, "Can you watch Nick and Ryan for the weekend, just for a night?" And he had a nice apartment in over the Rhine in Cincinnati.
Very lovely area.
Horrible. It is
really
cesspool.
Really bad.
So he said, "Yeah, fucking got him." So what happens that night? He's like a junior in college. And he says, "I'm gonna have a big party. I'm gonna have a keg of beer, and I'm gonna watch my little brothers too." So he has this keg of beer, and he has about 7 or 8 friends come over. And I'm just thinking, where is everyone? And apparently there was a huge OAR free concert on the campus. Mind you, this is in like 1999.
Yeah, I was gonna say this
is back when I don't know what's. So maybe that's Oasis. Hold on. Who's
don't get twisted, dog. I don't even know who. I know who OAR is, but I have no idea what they say. I couldn't tell you.
They sing "Crazy How I Feel Tonight."
Oh, okay.
No, that's Dave Matthews.
Okay.
Anyways, so no one shows up to his party.
Sure.
So he's got a big old keg of beer, a bunch of fucking drunk people there. And I'm sitting there in the living room, and these guys are like, "So, man, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I like to fucking draw, and I'm fucking watching Stone Cold and shit." You know, I'm just telling him about all the dumb shit I do.
Mm-hmm.
And then his roommate pulls out this big old fucking bong and starts lighting it up.
Oh yeah, you know, I think you have told this story before, but I like it anyways.
And I was young.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know what the fuck. I knew that he was doing bad stuff. I knew that he was doing hardcore fucking drugs and that he was probably going to overdose on my watch, which I did not want to happen. So I ran downstairs and I got my brother's car and I leaned the seat all the way back to where you couldn't see me over the Rhine. And then finally, you know, a large amount of time goes by and everyone at the party's outside like, they're like screaming for me. And I'm just laying there all chubby in the front seat with a seat lean back. Like, I don't fucking want drugs on me. In me. I don't want no drugs on my mom will die if I fuck. So I knew they were doing some bad shit, hardcore shit up there.
You were fresh off them dare days, dog.
I was. Dare to keep a kid off drugs. Dare
Still salty they gave your jacket away.
Really fucking salty about it because I was too fat to wear it. And then finally, I think, I can't remember if I flagged my brother down or he like saw me in there, but he got in there and he was crying so hard. And I was crying. And he's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "You're fucking drug addict. You're fucking He wasn't even the one doing it either. I said, "You're a fucking drug addict."
He's just smoking weed.
He wasn't even smoking it either.
Just his fucking friends. You're like a disappointed parent.
I said, "You're a fucking junkie, dude.
You need to go to rehab."
Yeah. So tired of being your fucking brother and picking up the pieces."
What the fuck was your little brother doing? Just
he was
sniffing glue?
He was upstairs eating stuff off the carpet. He was a fucking idiot. But yeah, dude. And he's like, "I'll never fucking do it again." And I said, and I was just trying to like break the ice, be funny. I'm like, "Maybe you just start checking off all the time." And he's like, "Trust me, I beat the shit out of my dick." So there was no enlightening right there. It didn't work for it.
Oh shit.
I didn't bestow any new knowledge upon him. Apparently he was already in a vicious cycle of beating the shit out of his penis. And I did nothing to help him out with that situation.
Oh man.
But he said, "I'm never gonna fucking do it again." I said, "You're right, you're not, you fucking junkie drug addict piece of shit." No, I love my brother now. He's the best. But that was a very, looking back at that now.
Yeah, just the idea of you chastising your older brother for someone smoking pot is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no. Well, I was young. You know, I was 10 years younger than him. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But looking back at it now, he still makes fun of me. Like even if he sees me. I'll get drunk at a party. We're out together, and I'll pick up a cigarette. I'll be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "You doesn't want me doing anything, man." To this day, I'm 33, and he's still just like, "Don't fucking do it. You're gonna ruin your life. You're gonna throw it away. You're gonna be like me."
That's so funny.
Just a cigarette, bro. All right. Well, I think we started that off with a funny story because it's about to get real serious. You may think that this is just a right-wing QAnon conspiracy theory, which I don't know anything about QAnon. I know very little about them. Apparently, they're this Trump peddling group. I wish I don't even want to do an episode on them because it's so fucking stupid. But please, for the sake of us and for the sake of this podcast and for the sake of learning something new and profound, just keep an open mind for the next hour or two. Keep your mind open to some things that might not necessarily be something that you would normally listen to. I know that there's so many weird conspiracy theories out there, and a lot of it's perpetuated by this QAnon bullshit. These guys kind of just, I don't know. I miss the days of there just being a conspiracy theory and you could just be like, "Yeah, man, the fucking aliens are fucking us." And then it wouldn't be like a political thing. But now we got to deal with it to where any conspiracy theory out there is either linked to the left side or it's linked to the right side. So little do all of us know that though they may be the left or the right, when Rob and I have said it so many times before, how much do they care about us, Rob Dog?
Yeah, fuck all they do.
They don't give a flying shit about you, me, or us, any of us, unless you have a lot of money, millions and billions. maybe even trillions. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to a guy this week. I call it the bunker because I don't talk to many people right here. And I called him and he said he was the guy that turned me on to Bitcoin. And he told me Bitcoin was coming up. And I said, I don't fucking believe you. Bitcoin came.
Yeah.
Bitcoin came. This week he told me Cole's Cash is the next way to go as far as...
Is that what the deep web's accepting now?
Yes, as far as the...
watch some snuff films, you just got to send them some Cole's Cash.
Methods of payment as far as you want to buy some videos of babies getting bonked on the head, you're paying with Cole's Cash. I right now have $20 Cole's Cash.
You're getting there, man.
So if you're trying to solicit that, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. I will have to sneak into my wife's purse to get that, so keep that in mind. The amount of danger that will be in that operation. Because my mom once told me, never get in a lady's fucking purse, you little motherfucker. And I said, Mom, why are you talking to me like that? She said, get the fuck out of my purse. I said, why? She said, I got money in there. So I ain't stealing your money. I'm trying to get some bubble gum. My blood sugar's all fucked up. So I don't fuck with the lady's purse.
I took money from my mom. I don't give a fuck about it.
Stupid
I don't feel
bitch.
bad.
If you're listening.
I'd go buy Magic the Gathering cards. It only happened like twice.
You wouldn't believe how many Magic the Gathering cards I can fit in my butt. Is it still a thing? I feel bad because a lot of people say you would be really good at Dungeons and Dragons. I would say you'd be really good at leave me the fuck alone because I feel like I'm missing something by not playing these games. I give them a hard look. I'm just like, nah, it's not for me. But I think I would.
Yeah, I'm not a board or card game type of person like that. I mean, but
we should try it sometime because every time I try something, I'm like, I like this. It's just a matter of having the time to learn to do something like that.
Yeah. I just play Xbox. That's it.
But I've been told that I would be like a level 14, 15 dungeon master if I did decide to go forward with the Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Hell yeah, I guess that's good.
Maybe even a level 17 dungeon master. You know, the sky's the limit with me because I just got this fucking creative brain. I got death owls and all kinds of wild animals stored up in here that I can tell you all about.
Hell yeah.
So you're going to hear a lot of outlandish, radical shit in this episode, but through all that, I just want you to keep one thing at the forefront of your brain. If you listen to one thing this entire episode that makes you stick around, here's this part right here.
Don't watch hentai.
If you jerk off to anime, turn us off right now. Because even if you are here to save the children, we don't fucking want you here because jerking off to fucking anime is just as creepy as jerking off to children's shoes.
It's a one-way trip to hell right there.
It is straight to hell. And then we get the one guy he will be brave once and he'll say, what's so bad about jerking off to fucking anime? I don't know. It's just not for me, dude. Not for me.
Different strokes for different folks.
I'm trying to think of the weirdest thing I've ever jerked off to. I think it was a Guitar Center catalog.
Oh, that's worth it, man.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
That's okay. I remember we used to get this weird catalog when I was a kid, and it would have all kinds of puzzles and games in it.
Yeah.
As you got towards the back of it, there was like women's lingerie and shit.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
And I would start off getting it hard to like fucking Chinese checkers. Start off getting it hard to fucking like Chinese finger traps and Rubik's cubes. And then by the time I was ready to turn it on, I'd be onto the lingerie and stuff. So that was quite a roller coaster to jack off to that stuff.
The best part about it was always the most unflattering bras and underwear you could possibly think of.
First time I saw a woman's bare chest, I completely expected to be cone shaped because that's how all the pearls were.
That's very true.
If you've ever jerked off Chinese checkers, send us an email for Ohio Podcast. We're gonna get a support group going. We all be in that together. But like I was saying, if you listen to say this entire episode that makes you stick around, I'm going to preface the episode with this right here. Okay. Sure. This is from the National Criminal Justice Reference Service, or the NCJRS, which is a government statistic entity. They cover all things criminal statistically. Lots of good statistics you can go there and find out about. Okay. So in 1 year, not just, this is like yearly averages. Okay. We have around 12,000 children in the United States that are abducted by non-family members.
Okay.
12,000. We have roughly 56 to 57,000 children that are abducted by family members in the United States. Here's where it gets staggering. 357,000 children every year in the United States are tagged as runaway
Ooh.
or throwaways.
Okay.
And I said, what the fuck is a throwaway? I know what a runaway is because I did that the night my brother, his friend overdosed on drugs. I ran away that night.
Yeah.
But throwaways is just when you that's a sickening. Let me get to the end of this real quick.
It's like where you leave them at the fire station.
No, it's even worse than that.
Okay.
62,000 roughly every year are missing, involuntarily lost, or injured. 340,000 children every year in the U.S. are missing with a benign explanation, like no reason for them being gone. Go missing pretty much without an explanation.
Yeah, that's wild.
And we get to that statistic right there. 357,000 children every year in the U.S. are either runaways or throwaways. A runaway, like I said, what I did, the night the dude overdosed and died in my brother's apartment.
Yeah.
He didn't die. He's still alive. His name's Dylan. He's fine. A throwaway is when you tell a kid to get the fuck out and they go and you don't know where they go. You told them to get out. But that statistic, it doesn't matter whether the child is 0 or the child is 17 and 9/10. If you tell the child to get out, to never come back, it's classified as a throwaway. So it seems to me like there's possibly a lot of smoke and mirrors associated with all of these statistics. But overall, Rob, 800,000 kids, almost 1 million children go missing in the U.S. every year and never come home.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking kids right there.
If that number was happening to any other person, any other age, besides children, that would be the biggest story in the entire world. But the fact that it's happening to children who don't have a voice, that don't have a way to speak up, that don't know where to go for help, that don't know where to ask for help, that don't even know that there's the possibility that they can ask for any type of assistance at all. That's fucking sickening. 800,000 kids every year. So where do these kids go? Presumably some of them are just that. They're
to politicians' houses.
Well, you just summed up the entire episode.
There you go.
Like I said, some of the kids are runaways. So naturally a 15, 16, 17-year-old kid can just run away and say, fuck it, I'm not coming back. Much like I interviewed Rowdy for the Biker Chick episode. She said, I grew up in a fucking nudist colony. My parents were batshit crazy. I got the fuck out of there. I just left. I just left one day. I said, I don't want to do this anymore. And I said, that's a pretty good reason to run away from home.
Yeah, definitely. Man.
That was nothing.
That's a frog.
We're going to keep that moving. So she said, I'm going to leave. The FBI officially classifies a throwaway as a child that was told to get the fuck out regardless of age. So where do all of the children go? Rob said it. He thinks they go to politicians' houses.
Sure.
I personally think that a lot of these kids, it's so staggering to think about 800,000 kids every year. That's almost 1 million. That's a lot of fucking people.
It's a lot of people. Yeah.
But even if I don't have a calculator in my brain, and I'm not good with numbers or alphabets, but say 10% of that, 8,000 kids every year just run away. They're fucking sick of it. They're tired of it. I could see that. But what about the other 792,000 kids that are unspoken for?
Right.
Where are they going? What are they doing with them? And the fact that you can classify a throwaway at any age you want. So you have a newborn baby.
Get the fuck out of here.
You got a Rob dog in the house. He's shitting all up and down his diaper. He's eating the stuff out of the cat box. He's grabbing his dick and dragging his ass on the carpet. And your mom, you've talked about it before. She doesn't like you. I think she loves you in her heart. But one day she says, get the fuck out of here. Just grabs you by your fat little leg and throws you out the door.
Oh yeah.
You're a throwaway at that point. There's no other way to classify you. She's done with you. But I think there's like I said, so many smoke and mirrors associated with that number, with that throwaway runaway thing. But then also there's the even scarier still, 340,000 are missing benign explanation.
Huh.
Just
MIA.
You call the police and you say, "Hey, police, my kid's gone." They're like, "Where the fuck is he?" You're like, "I don't know. Just let you know I don't fucking care." And the police hang up the phone. You hang up the phone, and it's never to be spoken about ever again. And he's flash forward 6 hours. He's in some brothel in Texas getting his fucking asshole obliterated by some fat politician. That's what could be happening to these things. And you think, where are all these kids going? And Rob said, I think they're going to politicians.
People with power.
People with power. And that's the one thing I'm finding out about reading all these articles and seeing all these firsthand explanations of how these people are. People will do anything for fucking sex, and they will do anything for money. It's not just one or the other. They will fucking do. My wife will be like, "You clean this house, get these kids ready for bed, brush their teeth, you clean up the cat box, you let the dogs out, and you come in here, and I will be waiting for you. I'm going to let you tear me apart. I'm going to fucking do all this shit. I'm picking up the kids, and I'm throwing them across the house. I'm getting your fucking bed." On a normal day, if she said, "I'll give you $10 to do," I'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here. I ain't doing all that shit. I'm tired. I'm tired as a motherfucker." If you get tired, send us an email, broiopodcast@gmail.com. I get tired. I'm just like, I'm sleepy, babe. I don't want to do all that stuff.
I feel that, man.
The power of the pussy comes in the next explanation. Don't laugh. It's true.
Definitely.
You do anything for a little slice of that pie.
Hell yeah.
And then it comes into play, and you're like, fuck yeah, I'll do that shit.
Look what it did for Mario and Link. Those fuckers have been chasing pussy for 30 years.
Now you never gotta get it. You do all this stuff, and then you swan dive through the bedroom door, and she's just sawing logs sleeping. You're like, she got me again. Not anymore. I'll wake her up. I'll say, "You better fucking pay up. Pay up or pay out. We're doing something."
It's like the fucking cartel. Like, you owe me something.
Yeah, you owe me something, and it ain't $10. It's between your legs, and it ain't a horse.
You owe me 10 minutes.
Yeah, all you husbands go home tonight and look your wives straight in the face and say, "You owe me something between your legs, and it ain't a fucking horse." Well, I'm saying, these people of power, they will do anything for pussy, and they will do anything for money. And I see these social experiments of what women endure walking down the sidewalk every day. These women will wear hidden cameras, and these guys will just walk up on a city sidewalk and fucking grab them, say, "Hey, bitch, nice fucking tits," whatever.
Hey, baby, won't you smile for me?
Yeah, it's so disgusting what women have to go through.
It really is.
Just on a daily basis. And some of our more ugly listeners are like, "I don't ever fucking remember that shit happened to me." We'll work on it, babe. Work on it. No, but it's completely unfathomable that women have to go through that on a daily basis. Men are not, they don't like being told no. And it's not all men. I've been told no before. I tell you fucking deal with it. Keep going. But men of power are completely different animals. These politicians, these philanthropists, these men in power that have money for no goddamn reason. Jeff Epstein. Fucking one day, Les Wexner says, "I want you to run my finance." Some fucking guy off the sidewalk. Jeff Epstein. Les Wexner. "I've got $50 trillion, and I want you to take care of it for me." Who the fuck does that? Right. If I had $20 to my name right now, and there's some guy that come to me and said, "If you let me have that $20, I can turn it into $20 million for you." I said, "Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that shit. You're lying to me right now." And I would not give him the $20, Rob Dog, even if it was in plain as day writing that, that he could make it happen for me. Right. I wouldn't let it happen because that's just how I am.
Sure.
I don't know, but how does someone slip and shit and come out smelling like roses? Because you know why? Because Jeff Epstein had information and had dirt on these fucking pigs that other people didn't have.
Yep.
He was obviously purveying something or peddling something or doing something for these guys that these guys were very happy about. And men in power don't like being told no, right? And the two things that they all will do anything for, butt pussy in the case of little boys and money. And these men of power will do anything to get what they want. And the fact that someone like who's someone that has George Soros, that guy looks like a dead dick. He's uglier than fucking dog shit. And to say that he could go to, the Victoria's Secret runway thing and just get maybe not true, because he's really
look at Hugh Hefner. He was the fucking
was, but because he had money.
But he had money, yeah.
That dude didn't have a dick that worked. Have you seen Ron Jeremy's late years porn? He has to squeeze his penis so hard. His dick doesn't even get hard anymore. Ron Jeremy has to squeeze his cock so hard.
Thank God he's gotten his comeuppance too.
Yeah, he's in prison now.
Yeah,
he's gonna be gone for a long time.
Later.
See you, friend. But he has to squeeze his dick so hard to make it hard in order to use it. I know these old fuckers are not putting the dick down like it would need to be put down.
No.
In order to keep a playmate around.
Yeah, definitely.
So what they do, they have all this money and power, and they pay for whatever they want. And when one thing bores you, you move on to the next thing. When women with big breasts bore you, you move on to men with big breasts, or just whatever the next step is for whatever you're getting into. And they can pay to do these things, but then there has to be a middleman to go run back and forth to kind of secure the.
Then you get to sign fun NDAs.
Yeah,
they have to fucking worry about, because they got money, so they have the lawyers that they can come back on these NDAs.
It's worked so far, because no one has ever went to jail for this shit.
No.
In comes Adrenochrome.
Hell yeah.
The blood of the babies. George Soros and the men of the dark cabal of the dark web. Essentially, in short, adrenochrome is a chemical that is a byproduct of adrenaline. Adrenaline, Rob, is something that cannot be explained. There you have adrenaline junkies, guys that jump out of fucking helicopters. You got guys that go bungee jumping. You got ladies that paraglide. You got ladies. I saw a lady at the fucking zoo one time, the aquarium. She said, "Are you ready for your tour?" I paid extra for the penguin tour. I said, fuck yeah, I'm ready to see these penguins. She says, "All right, come with me." She pulls her sleeves up. She's covered in bruises. And I said, "Hold on, what the fuck happened to you?" Like she'd been beat. Just like a man had, or some strong thing. And she's like, "Oh, this is from the penguins. They peck at me when I feed them." I'm like, "God damn, I'm going there to see these penguins."
You're paying money to go get.
Yeah, I'm going here to see these little fuckers. And she's like, but then she says, it's such an adrenaline rush, and they start biting at me. I'm thinking, well, fuck that shit. We had a little parakeet growing up. That thing used to bite me. That fucking hurt,
dude, those
man.
things fucking suck.
I don't know if a penguin is a bird, but I would have to imagine it bites a lot harder than a parakeet.
I would think
as well. She said, the adrenaline gets me through it. I've been in situations before, so have you, Rob Dog, where it's called fight or motherfucking flight.
Yep.
Either beat the shit up, or you pack the shit up and get the fuck out of there.
Get your shit pushed in.
Or you get your shit pushed in.
Yep.
Whichever one you want to do.
Yeah.
Some people can keep a boner while getting their shit pushed in, but that's a completely different thing for another episode. Fight or flight. So it's all about adrenaline. That feeling, that euphoric feeling that runs through you, is called adrenaline. When you're at the mouth of the cave and the saber-toothed tiger trying to come in and steal your fucking eggs, and you're like, I got this shit. I'm gonna take care of this fucking saber-toothed tiger. Adrenaline cannot be explained. It has to be experienced. It's adrenochrome is a natural compound that your body produces. It spikes in the adrenal glands at moments of terror and fear. As the theory goes, this adrenochrome theory that we are investigating, when injected or taken now, I understand that they will inject the adrenochrome. More oftentimes than not, they will just simply drink the adrenochrome.
It's so fucking weird.
Oh, we're almost there, buddy. We're well on the way. They will inject it or drink it. It provides a high much better than any synthetic drug ever produced. The euphoria experienced from this drug, adrenochrome, makes one so high that once they try it the first time, there's no looking back ever again. You're recklessly addicted, much like I would say along the same breath as heroin. People that explain heroin, they say, "Oh my God, that first fucking time you try heroin."
That's what I hear. Then you're just chasing that first time.
Yeah, that makes me want to try heroin one time. I have high blood pressure. I would undoubtedly die if I tried heroin. So, for sake of my job and my family, I am going to refrain from heroin
It's probably a good idea.
and marijuanas because I just watched a guy almost overdose on marijuana summer of '99, University of Cincinnati.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. buddy. The theory also goes that the purest form of this compound, adrenochrome, is to collect it from a child that is on the brink of being killed or devoured.
Oh, okay.
And so Rob, some of you are probably already rolling your eyes like, here we fucking go. No, 800,000 kids every year in the United States go missing without a fucking trace. And this stuff right here, adrenochrome, you can take the blood of a child when they are at the heightened peak of a terror situation. It gets so much worse than what you're thinking, Rob.
I was kind of like me whenever I was younger, and I was towing my brother on my bicycle, and he was holding onto a rope, and he was on a skateboard.
Did he die?
And I launched him down a loading dock ramp, and he busted his fucking forehead on the metal doors that pulled down.
You didn't even hit it that hard, dude. Come on, let's get the fuck out of here.
I totally thought I was gonna get fucking murdered. I probably had to have some adrenochrome going through my body at that point.
There was definitely some adrenochrome. So much like my dog, when I get scared, I excrete like a type of goo out of my ass whenever I secrete my anal glands.
Yeah, they get a little backed up and swollen.
I fucking hate that, dude. I'll take my dog to the vet, and they're like squeezing his butt like a fucking zit. I'm like, what are you doing? They said, we're expressing his anal glands.
Yeah,
they're like, his anal glands are pretty clear. I said, well, thank fucking God. But
they told me to do that with our old dogs. I was like, miss me with that gay shit, dog. I ain't doing that.
But the best part is they always squeeze his butthole. I don't know how you do it. All I know, they take it, they make a horseshoe shape with their hand, and they fucking punch him below the balls and try and make stuff come out of his butt. I don't know how the science works for it, but poor Bruce up there, no wonder he doesn't talk to certain strangers because he thinks they're about to start squeezing on his butthole. But they always say, man, he's got really clear glands. I'm like, I've been working with him. I don't know. But then every fucking time someone comes to that door, that front door, that wearing a hood or just someone, the fucking mailman in a parka, Bruce like, he starts barking. And then like 4 seconds after he's done barking, I can smell his butt because he
God,
he squirts a little bit. I'm like, where the fuck is when I take you to the vet, they say you got good glands, buddy. You're all clear. But then we're here at the house and the fucking mailman comes by. You're squirting the juice out the butt. And
no wonder why in the middle of the night you're.
Yeah, he was doing it last night. Stacy's like, oh, it's so loud. I'm like, yeah, he's really getting up in there.
For those of you who don't remember, that's a story of one dog eating another dog's asshole.
Well, Bruce does that when he licks his penis.
Yeah, that's right.
And he comes. He can make himself. He can make himself come.
Yeah, man, he's the full package there.
He's one of those sex guys we're talking about at the beginning of the episode. So unfortunately, with the current times we're living in, if there's any theory associated with the left side of democracy, it's almost immediately recognized as a fraud, a fluke, fake news, all this stuff that's,
fake news.
And it's completely dismissed altogether. Just to say, I don't have any left-wing names in this story, and I don't have any right-wing names in the story. This is all powerful, all encompassing, all politicians all together.
It doesn't matter which side of the fence you sit on. You probably fuck kids.
Well, it's possible. We learned much from when we talked about Pizzagate. That is a very right-wing narrative against the left wing.
Yeah.
This theory about adrenochrome is associated with QAnon, which, like we said before, we know very little about, which it's some type of organization, group, club, whatever the fuck it is. They're diehard Trump supporters. I don't know if that's kind of their premise or their basis at all, but it's kind of the vibe that I get. Over the years, many people have come forward to say their children have been victims of a high-ranking child pedophile ring.
Right.
What is unfortunate about all these experiences, all the testimony kind of all coincides with one another. All the stories are much of the same. So it makes it kind of hard for us to figure out if they're lying or if they're not lying, because when they tell these stories about their kids being taken and subjected to all these pedophilia rings, if all the stories are the same, then it makes it seem like, oh, they're just hearing the next person's story and then they're regurgitating. Or, like I always say, Where there's smoke, there's fire. If all these stories are the same, that means they're all happening the same way. They're all kind of unfolding in the same process. And let me tell you, if what we think is going on with all these missing children, there is a meticulous, precise method and way that they go about doing this to where it's not brought to the public light. So much of the stories might be the same of some survivors, because it would be crazy to assume that they murder every single person that they use for this. Sometimes people are going to get away, I guess. Blood sacrifices have been around for thousands of years. Tribes, and it's through this conspiracy theory that I'm speaking right now. It said that tribes discovered that there is a precise timing that goes along with blood sacrifices. So with these tribes, they've passed this secret down through different societies and different secret cults, where they drink the blood during these blood ceremonies. Through many thousands of years ago, these tribes found out that if they took the blood of someone that was about to have their fucking head chopped off, that knew they were about to have their head chopped off, they knew that there was a much more euphoric, hallucinogenic property that went along with consuming the blood of someone that was about to fucking die, the adrenochrome, versus someone that just fucking they whack unknowingly and drink their blood. So they passed this secret down through many different generations of secret societies and secret cults. They knew that if they could take the blood at the exact precise moment that that person is experiencing the highest amount of fear and terror, that blood, when they drink it or they sometimes inject it, whatever, that adrenochrome fueled blood, that adrenaline fueled blood could create a euphoric hallucinogenic property inside them. It was much like ingesting super heroin, but at a more natural level. You're just drinking fucking blood. You're not shooting the white dragon into your veins. So they also found out that children's blood is the preferred means of ingesting the blood. And to make the blood that they are taking double as potent, they would use, and I guess there's a certain kind of vitality. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but they found out that the blood of the children was 2 times, 3 times, 10 times more potent to utilize than that of the blood of an adult. So if consumed at the point of heightened adrenaline, the effects of adrenochrome are believed to be unmatchable, and it's considered to be even more unmatchable the blood of a child. The claims are that it is chemically proven that the use of children's blood can nearly bring natural aging to a complete halt as well. That's
what?
Okay. These are not my claims.
Right.
This is the claims of all the researchers that I.
Okay.
The claim is that it's chemically proven that the use of children's blood can nearly bring natural aging to a complete halt. In its purest form, adrenochrome is known to induce intense hallucinations and euphoric highs that are completely unexplainable.
I guess it does make some sort of sense because you have the whole stem cell injection.
But then look
how
at
the fuck do you think Donald Trump got rid of Corona so fast? He got the fucking stem cells shot directly into his dick.
Right into his balls.
Right into his balls.
But think about this. Prince Charles from the royal family, George Soros, the Rockefellers, all of these motherfuckers.
Shit, half the Rockefellers look like they're fucking zombies anyways. All like these mummies.
Yeah, all of them are living to be 120 years old. And they're just like, and it's not just them. There was a picture on the internet, and it's, probably just a Photoshop job, but it was a picture of Jared Leto after 10 years of aging, and the guy
Jared Leto is a fucking dime.
He is a dime, but
he's a good looking dude.
I don't care who you are. 10 years, you're going to age a little bit.
Sure.
And I'll go further on down the rabbit hole in just a little bit. God damn it, bear with me for a second. And
Fuck.
like I said,
Look at Jennifer Aniston.
fucking
Jesus Christ.
I wish she was my mom.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wish she was your mom too, buddy.
I just want you guys to stay
No
with
offense
me.
to your mom, but
You're right. She's a dime too, but whatever. And this is also believed to be an Illuminati secret as well. And Rob and I have never dug too deep into the Illuminati thing before because Illuminati is not something you can cover in one episode.
oh no, definitely not.
There's so many different facets to the Illuminati. But it said that it's a secret that's been passed down through them as well. Vlad the Impaler was a huge fan of drinking blood.
Oh yeah.
He was considered to be a modern day vampire. At the
You don't
time.
get that name.
He was a fucking vampire. Like that was
Sure.
his thing, was drinking blood. It's also been proven that Prince Charles is a direct descendant of Vlad the Impaler.
I've heard that as well.
Those Illuminati secrets were passed down, and Prince Charles is believed to be one of the biggest users of adrenochrome. And I looked him up the other day. Prince Charles.
Yeah.
That dude looks like a fucking Ninja Turtle. There's Prince. How is he not dead, man? Like he's how old is he?
Like 306.
Prince Charles isn't that old. He was born in November 1948. Who's his dad? One of them from the royal Prince Philip.
Leopold.
No, hold on.
What's his name?
Prince Philip. Okay, yeah, that's the one.
Napoleon. That's something that was his dad. Napoleon.
Prince Philip is who I'm talking about. He's
Prince Philip. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Believed to be a huge user of adrenochrome.
Yeah, he's the one that I said. He's the one I said whenever I was making that picture in the top right.
Oh, sorry, I moved it.
He was the one that I said. I thought he was the Rockefeller guy I was talking about in the top right.
That one?
Yeah, where I say it looks like a fucking mummy.
He looks like Splinter from.
He does.
Looks like Master Splinter.
Yes, he does.
This guy is 100 years. He's 99 years old, and they have him propped up in the corner like Weekend at fucking Bernie's. Here he is, just scowling.
Look at the queen.
But people don't live. Geez,
Like, how is she still alive?
I'd hit her with a fucking car. I don't even care about your queen. My wife, she's watching The Crown right now, and I keep on catching glimpses of it. Every time I see that Queen Elizabeth's on, I'm like, what a fucking bitch. I don't even know anything about her. I just know she killed Diana.
Exactly. That's all you need to know.
But this guy is standing upright.
He just looks like a smug asshole.
He does look like a smug asshole. He looks like he drinks the blood of babies.
He really does.
And there's no doubt in my mind that if there was something out there that could nearly stop aging, that it would be utilized by the elites, as we like to call them. So here we are. Adrenochrome is the drug of choice for the elite and the ruling class. There's also a rumor circulating about Tom Hanks. Okay, so
here we go. You got to hit Tom Hanks.
That's my dog too.
I know.
That's my dog. So the internet conspiracy goes, whenever we first got coronavirus in this country, he was the first motherfucker to go down with it.
Okay.
And they said that, he's quarantining in Australia.
Yeah.
There's an internet conspiracy that says he was in Australia because he was facing charges for a child pedophilia ring. And if you go look at Jeff Epstein's flight logs, one of the frequent flyers is Woody himself, Tom Hanks. I do believe, I could be wrong about that, but I think I am correct in assuming that. There's also part of this conspiracy theory. They believe that he was also, and this goes along with all of the celebrities, apparently there was a tainted batch of adrenochrome that was going around.
Sweet. All right, I'm all about it.
Stay with me for a second.
Sure.
And all of these Hollywood elites were getting these tainted batches of adrenochrome, and it was making all of them sick.
Sweet.
And to help cover this shit up, the government started the process for the fucking COVID-19 coronavirus shit. Because all these celebrities like, oh, I got coronavirus. How is it the statistics of coronavirus. I was listening to a doctor today on Howard Stern. He said everybody's fucking dying. He works at the Cleveland Clinic.
Mhm.
He said it is fucking maddening right now. Everyone is sick. My ICU beds are completely full. We are at the peak of the pandemic right now, and it's just going to keep going higher. Everyone's fucking dying. All we've lost is Joe Diffie, Rob. All these statistics, everyone dying, and the only celebrity that we've lost is Joe Diffie. Mind you, he was 400 fucking pounds and he looked like my dad. Well, just not, he was a lot fatter than my dad.
Oh shit!
And he was old and he had diabetes and heart problems.
And he was like the biggest country star in 1994.
A tail guy.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Some people, some of you people from who the fuck Joe Diffie is, just look it up. And I'd failure whether he knew it or not.
Oh, eventually, yeah.
He was sick.
When you live off spam and blocks of cheese, that's what happens.
I told the women like about a number 2 from McDonald's. About a breath, I can't finish this. So the conspiracy is this tainted batch of adrenochrome was going around. It's all these people getting sick. The government, the world, NWO, the New World Order, the globalists enacted this fucking coronavirus pandemic plan to cover up for the guy from one of the other first ones to get it, the Boris dickhead from UK. I think it's their president of parliament. I don't know if they have a president there. The head of their parliament,
for who?
UK.
The UK?
UK. What's his name? Boris.
I don't know.
Some dude's got fucked up hair. He looks like looks like a retarded version of Trump. Boris Johnson. He's the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He was one of the first ones to get sick with the coronavirus. He was also believed to be one of a serial abuser of all these things we're talking about in his entire career.
Go figure.
Tainted adrenochrome. So how do we retrieve it?
Sure. That's the question everyone wants to know.
You just take them through that next part there, Rob.
Sure. Let me get down to it. Oh, sweet. I get the tiny print. Let's see here. While much of the clinical testing and conclusion has been hidden from public view, a number of published studies quantifying the basic properties and capabilities of the substance are in public domain. Very quickly, scientists discovered the power of adrenochrome to turn back the clock in restoring youthful function of the human body, especially the nervous system and glandular functions.
You want to see my glands?
After this show, that determined is that even a fucking word? The rapidity
there you go.
of the aging process. In repeated scientific study, adrenochrome has been shown to be a virtual fountain of youth for the optimization and maintenance of human tissue against the onset of aging. In one noted Belgian study published in 1946, holy shit, this has been going on for forever.
Right.
Clinicians, that's a word?
Doctors.
People that work in clinics were able to use perfusion of aqueous adrenochrome to bring an intentionally frostbitten rabbit's ear back to life with only a few exposures, allowing doctors to restore vascularity and nerve stimulus response to previous necrotized tissue. That's pretty impressive. After rendering the rabbit's ears and nerve damaged and deadened intentionally 4 weeks prior to experimentation, doctors then proved a hypothesis that the application of oxidized adrenaline or adrenochrome had the capacity of restoring nervous response to stimulus in the rabbit's damaged skin.
They brought a fucking rabbit back from the dead.
A rabbit's ear. The findings spurred the practice of applying I don't know that word. What is it? Subcutaneous?
Yeah,
sure. Adrenaline to
subcutaneous.
There you go. That's right. To incision sites of surgical patients in order to hasten nerve regeneration and healing. As with every other granular secretion and endocrine response in the human body, the concept. I'm fucking struggling today. The concentration, potency, and plentifulness of adrenochrome potential declines with age, which is what we were saying that you have to do it when they're babies.
Yes.
What's more, repeated overexposure to adult adrenochrome oxidized adrenaline leads to nefarious mental and physical side effects, including epileptic seizures, Parkinsonian syndrome, schizophrenia, and delusional psychosis.
That's what happened. That's why that part we kind of skimmed over it fast right there. But it says, what's more, repeated overexposure to adult adrenochrome brings on all those fucking horrible things. So that's why they're using the blood of children, and they can't use the blood of you and I. My fat ass could fill up a lot of vials of shit. But instead of wanting people like me, they want the kids.
Sad, man.
It is sad.
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
Let's see here. Practitioners of mass dosing adrenochrome therapy quickly learned that children were the best extraction source. That juvenile adrenochrome was clinically balanced in ways that reduces horrific side effects for the adult version. Superior product, the younger, the better. But just how to get children to produce and secrete the most massive concentrations of adrenochrome into their system prior to extraction, the answer to that is a decade-long worldwide nightmare of psychosexual exploitation that is gripping the planet, driven by adrenochrome frenzy among the world elite, always frantically working to avoid ravages of adrenochrome withdrawal.
And it sounds crazy. You see the words psychosexual exploitation,
right?
Like, you're not hurting the fucking kids. 800,000 kids
Yeah.
in the United States of America every year are gone without anyone knowing where the fuck they are.
That is a lot of fucking people. A lot of kids.
Of how many old men could chub up over 800,000 kids.
Man.
So now we're at the part where they're actually retrieving the adrenochrome. Listener discretion is advised at this point. I repeat,
it's about to get a little graphic.
Discretion is advised if you are squirhermish, or if you have a sensitivity about hearing about instances of child abuse. This is your chance to turn back and maybe fast forward a little bit. It is believed, listener discretion is advised, that the globalist elite have perfected their means of the purest way to purvey the drug adrenochrome. It's systematic, precise, and they know exactly what works through satanic rituals,
of course,
that are believed to make the process more powerful. And this part fucking pisses me off too. They say they dress up like fucking devils and demons and shit, and they subject the kids to this. And our friend that was on the show before, Tony Rodriguez, he spoke about seeing these blood sacrifice rituals.
Yeah, he did.
Kill a fucking baby. He talked about seeing these blood rituals. But the way they retrieve the adrenochrome, they have these satanic rituals where they fucking strap these kids down. They sodomize them. They fuck the kids. They stab them. They slit them. They get them to the point of so much fear and terror. And then they extract the blood for the blood drinking or the blood injecting process.
So incredibly sad.
So, and it's, they say the presence of the satanic ritual, the doing it for the devil or whatever, they say it makes the process more powerful. They say it makes what their cause, they say it makes it more powerful. In all actuality, in my opinion, by doing the demonic Satan, they make it, in it seems like for themselves, they're making it more okay. So they're saying, like, if this is just
makes sense.
If this is just part of a satanic ritual, this is just a ritual. A lot of people have been doing rituals for a long time.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is okay.
I agree with that. I think that's probably a lot to do with it. And I also think it's a lot of it's kind of contrarian. So they kind of think that they're being a little even more edgy. So edgy on top of edgy, because they're like, oh, Jesus, you don't need Satan. That's right. where it's at.
Satan is part of the dark cabal where they got their children now. Infowars.com. We used the beef bone broth. We got the alpha mega brain.
I think they just use the shit like that, the frowned upon.
It's a veil to make it everything.
Just even more of a rush for them, pretty much.
But also in the same breath, and that's the fucking I hate about this shit so much, is it all makes too much goddamn sense.
And that's the thing of any conspiracy theories. Like, if you really think about it, they all fucking make sense, and that's what makes them so fun to look at.
Start to connect the dots. That's when you're just like, okay,
exactly.
And also part of the satanic ritual is it's meant to induce more fear on the child.
Exactly.
When they're being raped, sodomized, and beat within their fucking inch of their life. As if that stuff isn't enough. They're like, I know you're getting fucked in the butt right now. But anyways, this is all part of Satan's big plan for you. So they're trying to get these children within just, to be so fucking scared, so terrified. And there was one, I don't even want to fucking tell the story. And I've started to tell this story before and I had to dig to find it. There was one person that came forward that was telling about all the systematic abduction and it not only just the children, but some of these children are growing up and they're getting the children pregnant. They're getting old enough to become pregnant. This person says they were part of one. Oh God. So they were part of one satanic ritual where they had a young female teenager. Turn us off if you have a fucking stomach, if you have a conscience, turn us the fuck off right now. But this person claims they are part of a ritual where there was a young female teenager that was pregnant, that was giving birth. When they extracted the baby from the young teenager, the person conducting the ritual immediately began to sodomize the newborn baby that was taken from the mother's
Oh my God.
womb. And I can't get that fucking visual out of my head of something like that happening. And the fact that no one in their right mind could just fucking make that up. That would have to be. And then I think to myself, that would have to be made up. But then the person goes on to say that this was considered a probably hundreds of millions of dollar transaction that this was worth to the person that was conducting the ritual. That this was like the mecca of all, like cashing in all your chips on this fucking adrenochrome shit.
Right.
I wish that I knew the person's name, that I could reach out to them, that I could talk to them, so I could interview them, but I don't have that option from where I read what I read. So unfortunately, I don't have that person's information. Can't find them in the white pages. They also talked about other ceremonies, much of the same, where young children, young babies were having these things done to them and the blood was extracted. Whether it's real or not, it's not for us to decide. I hope to fucking God that everything that I'm reading is just stuff that is being made up and fed to me because I'm a fucking glutton for punishment.
That's the optimistic side to it. It's like, hopefully this just isn't real.
If it's not real, boy, do I feel like an asshole. Boy, do I feel like a real piece of shit. There's some survivors that have come forward that have survived the ritualistic abuse, that have reported being bound, gagged, raped for hours on end, urinated on by adults in satanic regalias. Just imagine old stinky man coming up and just taking a big piss on you. That's the nastiest thing.
I don't like that at all.
Please fuck me and get it over with. Don't piss on me. It smells like Metamucil.
Metamucil.
These survivors also speak about being forced to watch the murder of other children and actually being forced to murder other children themselves. All right, this next part is part of it. All ties in, and I've wanted to cover this topic for a long time. It's the Franklin child scandal. In sworn court testimony, Paul Bonacci, a teen resident of Nebraska's famed Boys Town Home for Homeless, or troubled children, described being abducted, flown from Omaha's Offutt Air Force Base to Andrews Air Force Base in Washington, and forced to take part in similar sex rituals and orgies in Washington, D.C. as a purported victim. The Franklin child scandal, the Franklin child prostitution ring accidentally revealed by the collapse of a Nebraska savings and a loan. It was the bank folded, and during the folding of this bank, there was all of this weird information that came forward. There was something in the Washington callboy scandal in the Reagan White House, and there was like, this fucking shit is cut off right here. I don't know why.
Yeah, I tried to change the size, but it didn't do anything. So
It didn't.
no.
Man, fuck this shit. All right. But in this guy's testimony, Paul Bonacci, he gave accurate descriptions of tunnel systems and diplomatic residences near the Potomac River. There was a corridor that he would use, that he would be, I guess, moved through this corridor. And he went on to describe there's ritualistic sex parties with the elite of both American political parties, including George H.W. Bush, in which he was sodomized for hours by dozens of adult men under the influence of drugs and forced to have sex with other teen boys and girls before being forced in at least one scenario to kill another boy as culmination of the ritual, to the delight of the politicians and men that assembled for the attendees. Bonacci passed multiple lie detector tests as part of an investigation that was eventually halted and staunched by the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation.
It's very suspect.
So if you are interested, type in the Franklin Child scandal in your YouTube browser or your Google browser. You're going to have a hard time finding any information about it, but there is a Wikipedia landing page for it, so you do have that. This adrenochrome, that's what we're talking about. When I was trying to look up different things, and people always make fun of me, like, oh, he said he couldn't find anything about it. Well, type in adrenochrome and Google and see that like one fucking thing comes back that tells you it's not real, it's not real, it's not real. But I had to get what did I use this time? I started
Ask Jeeves.
No, not Ask Jeeves. At one point, it directed me to Dog Pile.
They about to say dog porn for a second.
Dog porn. Yeah, I watched these two dogs red rocket the fuck out of each other for about 3 hours. I finally come to it, but it wasn't easy.
Come to it.
Oh God. So this time I used a Tor browser.
Oh shit! Look at you. You're fucking going deep, dog.
I used a laptop that I don't use anymore.
And Windows 95 on it.
But some of this, and that's where I was reading the first-hand account about the baby getting raped right out of the womb.
Yeah.
I did not find a whole lot of stuff using that specific means, but
sure.
Also, DuckDuckGo, like I've said many times before, was an excellent one for. But then once I started to get 7, 8 web page, usually when you search for something,
Let's be honest, you're just using your kids' school iPads.
Fuck it, you're getting suspended. Usually when you do an internet search of something, you have thousands of relevant pages.
Yeah.
With the popularity of Adrenochrome, you can't get anything back on YouTube for it. I'll tell you that. Very little, I should say. But even on DuckDuckGo and Google, when I would get down to like the 7th or 8th search, or the 7th or 8th search, I don't know, the page.
The results.
Results, I didn't have to go back 7 or 8 pages. It was just like the 7th or 8th result down.
Okay.
I started to get into like a vicious fucking, like I would click on it and it would take me to
like the same recycled thing over and over again.
Not a recycled thing, but it would send me like another fake ass Bing search. I don't use fucking Bing.
Right.
Bing is for fucking hillbillies. If you use Bing, that's because you ain't got no teeth and you got puffy nipples. Very easily. That's easy for me to decide. But yes, like I said, the further I 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 searches down, I click and it would just regurgitate me to this fucking Bing dog pile. I remember looking up, trying to find naked pictures of Hanson when I was a teenager.
I just want to know who the fuck is responsible for peddling Bing still.
No, but
how are they still in business?
And I'm just like, I'm looking at this stuff and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit, man? Yeah. Like it's so weird. I don't even know if I can get it to do it right now. Let's see if I can.
There's gonna be so many results now. Watch, like, fucking Nick again.
Look at my second search down. Read that.
Cool.
Adrenochrome urine therapy.
Urine therapy. No, thank you.
Yeah, so I would get like adrenochrome in the Bible. That's all new stuff. I didn't come back, but like right here, I would get to right here, and this is where it gets You see how it just,
Yeah, it does. Microsoft Bing.
and it opens up a new, and all of those are like that. Look at those weird ass, they all regurgitate me to the same place.
Right.
So you're telling me out of all the information about Pizzagate, Adrenochrome, walnut sauce, all that fucking shit, that the fourth one down is sending me to someplace that is completely unrelated. Not even a page. It's another landing.
Yeah. I forgot about walnut sauce.
I got some walnut sauce for you. And it's believed that Jeff Epstein was one of the biggest purveyors of adrenochrome.
Sure.
That was his hookup with the elites and the people that needed this shit, that he was the one that could get the fucking adrenochrome. Come to find out, there was some study in 1971. They found out that the adrenochrome from penguins, I know we were talking about penguins earlier in this episode.
Yeah, we were.
But penguins had some really fucking good adrenochrome. And during the study, they found this out. Shortly after the results, they released, my nose is itching really bad, and I've had no cocaine.
All right, man.
Shortly after they released the results of this adrenochrome study on these penguins, there was something north of 1 million fucking penguins that went missing within a small window of time off of wherever the fuck, it's south of North Pole. There's only one or two places a fucking penguin can be if he's not in the zoo. It's either the North or South Pole.
Have you seen that one video where the penguins like falls on ice and it sounds like he goes fuck?
No,
you gotta look it up.
I have not seen that.
Just look up penguin. Penguin says fuck.
Right,
dude, it's fucking hilarious.
So
we need some palate cleansers here. There you go. That's it.
Oh, put my...
They said it says damn fuck. So stupid.
Fucking. How do we get from adrenochrome?
Dude, he busted his ass though, man. Fucking ate shit.
During all of a sudden these adrenochrome, whatever, they speak of spirit cooking parties, which we spoke about in the Aleister Crowley episode. He was so far off the fucking reservation, Aleister Crowley. I know if there was, that guy didn't give a fuck, man, woman, child, baby, dog, cat, penguin, camel. He was fucking it, and he was destroying. He was such a weird guy that did
Crowley.
so much weird stuff. But usually spirit cooking is performed in the kitchen, as it's considered, quote, the heart of the home. The ceremony is conducted to provide some form of energy to feed the spirits by converting the blood. They would also do in these spirit cooking the cake of life or whatever. We talked about this in the Aleister Crowley episode.
Yeah.
Blood, sperm, breast milk, cum, piss, urine.
All the above.
Put all that in a bucket. They eat that shit. Apparently it would do something spectacular. But they say a lot of the contacts, I'm just fucking reading so much shit, dude. A lot of the contacts, there was mutual contacts up the line, all kinds of similar people for facilitating this wild shit that were linked between Aleister Crowley and Jeff Epstein. So the lines intertwined somewhere up, and it kind of all fell back together. How long do the effects of adrenochrome last? Originally, the effect was discovered by administering overaged adrenaline preparations containing adrenochrome and adrenaline. Abram Hoffer and Humphrey Osmond considered the effect to be similar to LSD and mescaline, psychotomimetic, now called psychedelic. An excerpt from the study here. Schizophrenia arose in an individual when too much adrenochrome was formed. Therefore, adrenochrome then interfered with brain function as well as would LSD, and that created the essential stage for the formation of schizophrenia. According to them, the hallucinogenic effect of adrenochrome could last for weeks or lead to flashbacks and would be accompanied by paranoid depressive reactions. They put the thesis on the adrenochrome in mental disorders such as schizophrenia might play a role. This adrenochrome hypothesis was later developed onto the aminochrome hypothesis by Hoffer and Osmond. What kind of high do you feel from adrenochrome?
Okay.
Participators of the ritual would experience a type of high off the adrenaline, included increased senses, hallucination, feelings of euphoria, hypermania, depersonalization, bizarre ideation, masturbation, and
What?
body dysmorphia are the claimed effects.
Masturbation's a kind of high.
It is, but
Damn.
they also say like body dysphoria as well. So you're like beating your meat and it turns into a shark. You're like, oh, get the fuck away from me! Beat it, punch in the head. We can get my brother to do this stuff. He said he used to jerk off a lot. Whatever. I asked him about the.
You just look down and you see one of them dragon dicks. You fucking growl real loud and shoot fire out your ass.
If you've ever had your dick growl at you, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Please do.
We'd love to hear all about it.
That's a mean dick right there.
So what are the consequences of too much adrenochrome? Well, too much adrenochrome in the body through drinking blood can increase the iron count in the blood and can prove to be fatal as the body cannot deal with a sudden increase in the ions. In addition to this, adrenochrome in the brain can cause serious mental disorders such as schizophrenia, vitamin B3, and nicotinic acid. I think I said that right.
I think so.
Can help reduce adrenochrome in the brain. So I don't think we're ready to talk to it yet. That part. There's, and at the end of this year, Rob and I have seldomly talked about COVID, coronavirus conspiracies. There are so many fucking outlandish things out there, so many crazy things. And I know there's some of you listening to this show that have had loved ones that have passed away from coronavirus.
Population control.
Into each and every single one of you, my heartfelt condolences go out to you.
Absolutely.
For your loss. What I'm speaking about next is purely entertainment, speculation, and it goes no way towards the disrespect of your loved ones, or if you are dead and you're listening to us from COVID hell. I'm sorry that you lost the battle.
Thank you for your listen.
But those of you that have lost loved ones, I am very sorry. But here's a link between coronavirus and adrenochrome.
Lay it on me.
The satanic celebrities and elites you see being diagnosed with coronavirus have fallen trapped to a special strain of adrenochrome that was put into action in a secret military operation.
Oh, man.
So, I'm looking at the fucking... Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Christ.
I already like where this is going.
Oh, man. All right, Rob.
All right.
Allegedly, where did the COVID coronavirus come from?
Okay.
It came from China. The
China,
bats.
yeah.
The bats.
Allegedly, yeah.
But then also it's believed that it didn't come from the bats. It came from a lab in Wuhan.
Okay.
Wuhan.
Okay.
That's what the pundits, you know.
It was man-made.
Theorists say this lab, they created a fucking COVID-19 that's wiping out the entire world. Okay. In this same lab, this P4 lab or whatever, I don't know they refer to it as a P4 lab, whatever. They are the world leader. You can buy this stuff for about $30 a fucking vial. The world leader in synthetic made adrenochrome. The same lab that allegedly created the COVID-19, the coronavirus. They are also the world leader in synthetic adrenochrome.
Okay.
That's hydroxymethyl dehydroindole dione, whatever. I can't read. Dione, whatever. But it's the fucking periodic table of elements here explaining how they make this.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Wild stuff.
Hydroxymethyl dihydroindoledione.
I am so bad at math.
Holy shit. I mean, it wouldn't be bad if it wasn't separated by numbers.
Yeah. But the same lab that makes COVID-19 also makes the synthetic adrenochrome.
Sure. Okay.
The satanic celebrities and elites you see being diagnosed with coronavirus have fallen trapped to a special strain put into adrenochrome in a secret military operation. What happened with the P4 lab is they put in a slightly different strain that is a bit more lethal than the other ones. It's called prima facie evidence.
Oops.
So if you wind up having COVID and you have that strain, guess where you got it? Adrenochrome, which is crimes against humanity. So that's proof that you're doing adrenochrome. This person interviewed by the name of Consensai said.
Guess you don't really have to worry about COVID unless you're fucking drinking blood.
One is not contagious the way the other one is. The other one's contagious the way you shouldn't be touching surfaces and touching your face if you're out and about. The mask is more to keep you from touching your face. I don't fucking believe it all. The other one is only contagious through injection, sharing liquids like sex and rape in their case.
I don't like sharing liquids like sex. Like that makes it seem even dirtier.
So what this guy is saying is this special strain or strand, whatever, like it's a special Pineapple Express marijuana.
Hell yeah.
That's where these celebrities have contracted these illnesses, medical setbacks, because they're taking this tainted adrenochrome.
Okay.
And he goes on to say also, and this is what I'm seeing with my naked eye, and I've noticed this more so than ever. Who was it? Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House. The bitch went and got her fucking hair done in the middle of a global pandemic in a state that's completely shut down.
Okay.
She said, I don't fucking care about getting my fucking hair done. She went and got her fucking hair done. She's walking around with wet hair or whatever. Do shoot your shot, player. Do whatever the fuck you want. But she's just Nancy Pelosi. She's not, I mean, she's a politician. Look at all of these celebrities that you've been seeing on Zoom calls and shit that have aged viciously over the past 9-10 months, that now have gray hairs that they've never had before. So you want to tell me your entire persona, Brad Pitt, fucking, all these different people, their entire persona rests upon their look, their brand.
Their brand, exactly.
And they're going to go on TV and do an interview with gray fucking hair and wrinkles all over this face. The celebrities are sick right now. It's because they have tainted adrenochrome. They've been taking this fucking shit. They're getting sick from it.
It's hitting them real hard.
Hitting them right in the fucking pussy lips. And that's what's making all of them the fucking gray hair, the wrinkles. Ellen, everyone's mad at Ellen.
I was going to say Ellen.
Oprah fucking probably hasn't taken a solid stool in years. She's got loose stools. I know she does. I know she's taking loose shits. They say loose shits sink ships.
That's what I've heard.
I don't know.
You probably could sink a ship with her shit.
I bet her poop stinks.
Dude, she probably takes some gnarly shits.
Because she's got all that money. She can just eat whatever she wants.
That's $1 billion turd right there, buddy.
Caviar shit. Smell my shit, Robert.
I probably would.
I would. For the right amount of money, I would, for sure. So
I'd put a baby in her.
That's the crazy part about this is there's so much outlandish stuff, but then there's a small nuggets that all connect and it all makes sense. So
yeah,
I think they come out with some of this over the top, like the tainted adrenochrome, making all the celebrities. I don't think that's right. But do I believe that there's rich men out there, man, raping and stealing blood from children? I honestly do. Because at the end of the day, 800,000 kids every year in America are going missing. Not my kids, because I know where the fuck they're at. So don't come fucking trying to get my shit.
The thing about this is that this is one of those things where you can look at it from both sides and think that like if you're on the side of adrenochrome, you're like, man, even if this gets out, this is so fucking out there, nobody's gonna believe it.
No, exactly.
And it's a perfect way, to be able to write it off.
And that's what they do with all these conspiracy theories, man. MK Ultra.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all I don't know. It all fucking makes sense to me.
It does make sense. I don't know, man. I don't want it to be true. Of course, I don't think anybody does, but
I don't want it to be
besides
true
politicians.
I think that the biggest thing to keep in mind is, like I said, 800,000 kids every year are going missing.
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye on your fucking kids.
That's simple as that.
Keep your eye on your neighbor's kids. If all of a sudden your neighbor's kids aren't around anymore, ask questions.
I always judge the parents who kept their kids on a leash, but you know what? They got the right fucking idea. You know how many kids have disappeared that have been on a leash? I would say maybe 4.
One of the like fucking the hippopotamus backpacks you strap.
Yeah, exactly.
You can put your drugs and shit in there.
Very true.
Fuck them up.
Use your kid as a mule.
All right. Well, Rob, what do you think? George Soros, how big is it?
Oh God,
Not very big.
probably not big at all.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know. Like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire, man. I think there's kids getting hurt. I really do.
Yeah, definitely.
I think there's children being exploited. I think there's bad things happening to little kids that I wish I could take into my home and take care of and love and show the guidance of what a good, me and Rob were good dads, and we could fucking share that with all these kids that are being hurt. And I wish we could save them all. That's one thing that I've said for a long time. They said, if you could be a superhero, what would it be? I said, I wish I could just save all the fucking kids. They don't deserve to feel that pain.
Make me feel bad about saying being invisible. I want to be invisible. Nick's over here saving kids and shit.
No, I know ultimately what we both have on our hearts.
I just want to look at people's assholes when they don't know about it.
Yeah.
I see, and he is getting ready to sit on the toilet. You thought you was getting ready to sit on the toilet in old cemetery there. He said, hey, you sit down that toilet. You gonna show me what your butthole looks like. So then I sat down on the toilet anyway, and I said, hey, Terry, what you think about that butthole right there? Old cemetery Terry said, hey, boy, that's a good looking butthole right there. I said, hey, cemetery Terry, you ain't so bad. I said, I know. I just be sneaking through the cemetery, looking at people's buttholes. And then you come in here tonight, you sat down on me, boy. I said, that's a good looking butthole. So that's one thing we got in common is we both think that you got a good looking butthole, Rob, dog.
I think that's very flattering.
Cemetery Terry knows what a good looking butthole look like because you know what? He got a good looking butthole himself.
Hey, I definitely appreciate it. I'll take you up on that.
Cemetery Terry don't have a normal looking butthole. It look like a blueberry bagel. All you want to do is put some cream on it and eat it. That's what you want to do to Cemetery Terry's butthole.
I do love me a good blueberry bagel.
So do I. Send us an email. Tell us how much you like blueberry bagels. Tell us what you think Cemetery Terry's wearing right now at Brohio Podcast. Thank you so much for listening to this special episode.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell them.
Oh,
say it. This is a really hard episode. Just say it.
I love you.
Okay, YouTube friends.
Fuck you. No.
We're signing off.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Y'all don't know about Cemetery Terry. That's
Not
why
at
we're
all.
turning you off right now. See you later on the Cemetery Terry.